this is one thing I did like about my boss. My boss that passed away. He didn't like it, but at least he paid. This other motherfucker, this nigga, man, greedy as fuck. My other boss, he was a partner, and like he kind of took over, but this motherfucker, like, he's just greedy. He's just greedy. Like what he would do is, this is what was pissing me off. He swore up and down he couldn't pay nobody more, right? So imagine this. You working at your job, he's saying he can't pay you more, but for some reason, this motherfucker's always showing up in a new whip. You be like, what the fuck? Like, you said you couldn't pay us, but for some reason, you got a new BMW? I'm like, come on, man. Like, come on. Who the fuck you think I am? And then he kind of did some, yeah, Mr. Krabs for real. Mr. fucking Krabs for real. That's kind of funny. This nigga Mr. Krabs. For real, man. Like, it was a couple of times that he kind of pissed me off. This is when I started getting disrespected. He was paying me by a check, and then he was taking out income tax. But then when my W-2s came around, this nigga took like $6 grand from me. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, yo, why does it look like I only work like 14 weeks out of the year? Like, this nigga was doing some shady shit. So I was like, you know what? I think I'm done. My situation is a little bit different. I do not feel like I refuse to go back to live with my mother. Not doing that. I ain't living with my parents. So I was like, you know what? It's time to go. Yo, crazy. And then when I tell people the story, you would think that they'll be white, right? Nope. It's a black dude. Black dude. Greedy as fuck. This nigga took my damn tax money. I was like, yo, like, that's like $6 grand I kind of needed, because I was kind of banking on that. It don't matter what the fuck race you are. Like, if you're an evil person, you're an evil person. And he would do some slimy shit to like Mexicans and shit, right? This is what he'll do. He'll hire a Mexican, underpay the shit out of them, and then when they get upset about they pay, he'll be like, all right, I'll put you on the books. I'll put you on the books. Give me your social security. Like, you know damn well they don't got no fucking social security. Come on, man. Like, why would you do that? Fucking evil people, man. Evil as fuck. Why would you do that to somebody? That is fucked up. I could never do that to somebody. That shit is fucked up. I was like, you know what? I can't be a part of this shit no more. This is too much. Yo, when I told him I was leaving, that nigga was heartbroken. I was like, I don't know who you gonna get to do it. Cause I already seen the downfall of the place. I already seen the downfall. I was like, you know what? I gotta get the fuck out of here. Cause at that time, minimum wage was going up. And I was like, you know what? This ain't gonna look good. This ain't gonna look, cause he already don't want to pay people. He already acting like he don't want to pay people. The motherfucker's greedy. Yo, it's so easy to calculate how much money he was getting. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like 4 to 5 dealerships, right? Every dealership was dishing out an average of, let's say $3 grand. That's the bare minimum, $3 grand. 4 dealerships, $3 grand. And it wasn't that many of us working there. At every dealership, it'll be at least like, well, I think we had the most. I was working at A1 Toyota. We had like 4 people. So let's say $3 grand a week from each place. 4 places. 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 grand. How is it that you cannot pay? I don't know, man. Like, that shit is fucking greedy, man. It's fucking greedy. Like, I wouldn't know what to do with fucking 10 grand. But then again, he had a gambling problem. Like, he had friends sometimes that would come through, and they would tell us, they'd be like, yo, he just went to the casino and just won. That's another thing. This motherfucker would win at casino sometimes, like the fucking slot machines and shit. Motherfucker told me, yo, he just won 10 grand. Yo, he just won 12 grand. I'm like, so this nigga giving out no bonus and nothing like that? Like, all right. Fucking left that shit. I was so happy. I was like, man, I don't even want to deal with it. Yeah, like his friend be talking shit because he's a fucking asshole. Anybody that works for him, he got this thing in his head that he gotta be an asshole. And the crazy thing about it is that I was working for this dude Dave. That's the one who passed away. The new dude was Al. He was a partner with Dave. He was around for like, all right, starting now. I met him like 7-8 years ago or something like that. So he was a partner until Dave passed away. Then he took over. Like, this motherfucker took over. It was the worst decision ever. This nigga don't know what the fuck he doing. Well, he know what he doing. He just don't know how to pay people. Fucking greedy, man. I remember one time he he told me to come to his house. I'm not coming to your fucking house. Because another thing, he liked to like stunt a little bit. Yeah. These are my workers. Like, nah, I ain't doing that. I never went to this shit. I ain't going to that shit. Yeah, he know how to take people money. That's just crazy, man. But I would say one thing about Dave. Dave was like this old dude. You know who he looked like? You know who Dave looked like? Dave looked like you ever seen the PJs? He looked like Super. That's what he looked like. But Dave, the thing with Dave is that he was actually smart with his money. Dave was this black dude, old school country motherfucker, right? But he ran his shit like a drill sergeant. Even though he was a hard ass, like you could say he was a good person. Like he was a good person, but he was just mean. He was just mean. Yeah, he looked like Super. If I had a picture, I'll show you. He looked like Super, eyes yellow as fuck. He was kind of an asshole, but you know, he just came from that time of pick yourself up by your bootstraps. That kind of motherfucker. That's who he is. So he used to be a hard ass, and I guess Al took from him and just OD'd on the shit. Just OD'd on the shit. I remember one time my cousin was working here. Now my cousin was working there. My cousin's from the streets. Like he kind of rolled up on him, and then like fucking Al was about to call the police on him. I came in one day. I was like, yo, like how the fuck? I said, well, yo, how the fuck you get fired? What happened? He's like, oh, fucking Al talking that bullshit. I was like, yo, what happened? He's like, yo, he act like he didn't want to pay me, and then I ran him down. He was talking about he was going to call the police. I was like, damn.